Stream is live. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey you guys. Hey you guys. So it's your girl back with another Mingle Talk, episode 21, and we are back with the lovely. Go ahead, introduce yourself. Oh, it's fine.
I
It's
am.
fine. Little mic drop. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Mike has been picked back up. I am JD, Jaleel Donald. Um, I am a actor. I am a full-on wild card. I am an actor, model. I make music, clothing brand coming soon. I am a author. I believe. I don't know if I said that. And I also am a dancer. I do ballroom dancing.
Wow. How did you get into ballroom dancing? What's that passion of? Explore that a little bit before we get into the other stuff.
Okay, so I just been I expressed to universe and God like I want to be the most like ultimate wild card. I want to dance. I feel like I've gotten everything up under my belt except for dancing, and I was like, I want to dance. I want to dance. I'm saving hip hop videos, trying to learn choreography, dance with other people, and it just was not working the way I was thinking it was working. I'm thinking I'd be doing hip hop, the hard upbeat stuff, and no, nothing, nothing, nothing. So I'm just like, okay. I want to dance. I want to
Mm,
dance. I'm asking like, give me the opportunity to dance. And I woke up one morning and I had a job a job offer from a dance studio, and it was like they'll pay to teach me the ballroom dance and instruct students. And
wow.
I'm like, um,
That's
I don't know about that.
exciting. That's like a cool shift in your journey. Like,
De-
can you,
Definitely.
what were you going through when you shifted in that direction?
um,
Or you feel like God kind of was like, hey, take this opportunity, yo.
I was definitely going through something, a shift in.
Do you want to
Excuse me.
can you hear me? Hold on.
Okay, okay, okay. There.
Okay. Do
Okay,
you want to elaborate or talk about how that, yeah, how that manifested, how you did that? Shout out to
okay.
Jackie G.
So okay, so for a while, well for like a good period of time, I was trying to just like ground on the things that the new me wanted to become, the new things that I wanted, and the person that I would have to be, the type of energy I need to obtain in myself. And then
Mm,
I felt the new beginnings coming. I'm very aware. I'm very tuned in. So I'm like, okay, new beginnings coming somewhere. I don't know what it is. Then just to be a little transparent, then I just did
mm.
a big old crash and woke up in the hospital.
Oh, wow. So that makes sense because like you were that's why I was wondering like what the hell were you going through? Um,
Woke up in the hospital.
dang.
Yeah,
So you went
that
through like a real okay.
that whole situation was like that's one of the most traumatic things I've ever went through in my life right now.
Wow.
And I got back home around 6 in the morning, and for those next 2 3 days, I just had like the most like I literally felt like the hyphen symbol. Like I couldn't process, I couldn't think, I couldn't do nothing. I was just literally laying down, and it got to a point to where I felt myself like falling through like a black hole, and I was like, no. Like I'll have a few seconds where I'm like, stop, and then I'll
Yeah.
start back thinking, and it'll start just going, going, going. I'm like, no, I cannot do that. Then about day two, three, I was just like, F everything. Like I need to take a break from everything. Like, no,
Mm,
I need to take a breather. And then there was also people around me that was close around me just saying like, you need to take a break, you need to stop. Like, and I'm just like, and it just almost like it really added on to what was going on to me mentally too. Then about
right.
fourth day, I was like, no, hell no. I was like, no, that was it. That was I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. That was it. I took the rest of the week because I literally my first day to start the job of my training was that Monday. I had a show that
Wow.
weekend, a fashion show that weekend, and I started the job Monday. And I was able to just pick myself up. I was able to wipe that shit off my shoulders and get up. And I'm like, let's go. And literally during the whole process of me like starting to just move around because I be moving. Okay, I be moving. Everybody's like, slow down. You need to stop. Then I say you need to stop doing. Then I need. Then
What's your sun moon rising again?
sad Sag Leo.
Sash Leo. Oh, that's
Yeah.
dope. Super fired up. Super fired up. I'm a aqua like an aqua Kathy rising Leo sun and Libra moon.
Aqua. No, Aqua. You said wait. What was the first one?
It's like aqua and Capricorn, but it should be saying it's just Aquarius, but it's really
Aquarius.
Aquarius and Capricorn.
Aquarius. Yeah, I
That's
rock with Aquarius. Heavy. I rock with Aquarius, and then that's even more because your moon is a Leo. Oh yeah.
it's in Libra. It's in Libra. My son is Leo.
Oh, your son is Leo. Moon is Libra. Oops, my bad.
Hmm.
Okay, well yes, that Leo. I rock with that
Yeah,
Leo.
yeah. So we right here. I'm like, I get you. I get like
Yeah.
it's like a story too. It's like your moon sign like telling a story too for us with the Leo energy. So that's dope. Um, so how when did you find out about like astrology or like your moon sign and stuff like that too?
um, I always liked astrology, but I started getting deep into it. Like not deep into it, but I started like slowly, collectively going into it
Yeah.
last summer. One, because I be tapped into a whole bunch of stuff. And then I met someone who kind of like understood it and they came into my life and they was kind of just explaining stuff to me and I'm just like, okay, I do need to learn about this stuff to know what is going on. Cause I ain't gonna lie, for a little bit I thought I was losing it. I'm like, what is that?
No, it'd be
I
like
thought I was
that.
losing
Be
it.
like, what the fuck? Because
Yeah,
it's like you find your starting point, like you find you again, all over again. I mean, it's like when they say you gotta lose yourself to find yourself. It's like you gotta lose yourself. Kind of like when you was talking about you felt like you was going in that abyss or some shit,
yes,
like that
yes,
sunken space.
literally.
It's like you gotta kind of lose your shit to like find it again and be like,
Yeah.
oh, this is where I'm going, this is what I'm doing, and then boom. So we don't have to have like just to make it funny, like crash outs.
Yeah. Definitely crash out because like
Hmm.
I've noticed that I was tapped into different stuff around like 16 like in high school, but I
Hmm.
really started trying to grasp the understanding of it. Like I
Right.
tried to grasp the understanding of it. Was it last summer, so the year before that, but I really started getting to the trying to get to the depths of understanding it last summer.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about like where you grew up? Who are you outside of what just happened and how it kind of like got you on your journey right now? Like it seems like you got shit established or you're getting everything together, but it's like who were you before that? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you tell us a little bit about that person and who you are now, like how you changed or evolved?
Okay, so I love showing up as myself. I love showing up as authentic. And it can be hard to kind of show up as really authentic when you have the past of just like everything around you judging you. So I try to come as
Hmm.
authentic I can. I love, first of all, I love laughing. I have the most loudest, obnoxious laugh ever. Like, like I love showing out. I love just to being all over the place. That's just me. But the difference in I'm never that's well the those are some of the qualities that I do love about me. How I can just show up and just take up a space, just being myself, just being fun, goofy, outgoing. Say anything that comes not it don't be nothing crazy, but the stuff I be saying don't
Hmm.
be making no sense, but it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So I just love showing up like that. It's just fun. It's part of me, and that's the parts of me that I value. But the things that I really want to change is when it comes to my boundaries.
Hmm.
Because
Like that's
another
where you're going now, like from who you used to be.
boundaries, my respect, my time, my energy,
Yeah.
where I place myself, how I can do, how I no, not even how I, not even letting people deter me from my own decisions. Because I listen to myself
Hmm.
and I end up getting in mess and stuff that I don't want to be in when I don't listen to myself.
Hmm.
Be that it be that gut feeling. Like sometimes it be eating me alive, and I literally ignore it. Like sometimes it be
Don't do
eating me
that.
alive.
You
I'm
gotta
like,
listen to that. Yeah.
definitely, definitely, and that's just because I try to just show up. One, I have a big heart. I have like a very mean resting face, I guess. So I could come off as intimidating a lot, especially my friends tell me that when they first met me, I've come off intimidating when they first came across it. I'm like, they know a whole nother different person. Like, I don't know. That's just but you do
Hmm.
have to get comfortable with me because I do also protect my who I am as a person. So
So it's like you kind of like describing like more so where you are now, and then you're taking us back to how you got here or something like that.
yes. It's it was me in both ways in a sense, but I'm going into the version of me now that is going to make sure I get the stuff that I really want out of this world done. I
Hmm.
can accomplish stuff. I do, and I'm big about pushing boundaries too. So I really want to push boundaries on the world,
Let's
on my
go into that then. Let's go
career,
into the
these
boundary
career things. Like, okay, cool.
conversation. So, when is a time in your life where maybe with being who you are and you're like, this is who I am, I'm taking up space, I'm showing off who I be. You know what I'm saying? Like I exist and this is this is how I'm going to use my time. This is how I'm going to use my energy. When was there like a important time, like maybe one of the first times where you realized like, oh, in order for me to be that motherfucker doing all these things, what was the first time you had to say fuck no or no? And can you describe the story for us and like what you learned from that?
Okay, so it was around
The people
winter.
listening, they trying to learn. They trying to learn.
November. Okay, okay, okay. I got y'all. So it was like October, November. No, it was in that fall time. I think that still counts as fall. August, September, October, November, December.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. So it was around during the fall time. And I just I just felt like certain people, well, I've had the signs, but you have to let stuff and people go when it's time to let that go, and also be able to show love and gratitude at the same time too. So it's like no hate, because one, I believe energy is everything, and what goes wrong come back around. So
Right.
also with the things and the problems that did happen, I had to forgive myself and look at where did I stand in those situations to forgive
Right.
myself and also forgive them, so I can just move on
Hmm.
and flow on with life like a little leaf in the air.
So
But
what happened? What
what you say?
happened? What
Um,
happened?
just it wasn't really nothing. I mean, it was stuff that was happening, but it came like a continuous buildup, and I realized that I was losing my morals, the respect that I had
Mm,
already built up, and my boundaries. And I was also not accomplishing the things that I know I can in myself. I was not
right.
accomplishing nothing, and I'm like, I can do this. I can actually go beyond that. What is holding me back?
Mm.
What is holding me back?
And then you had to make that decision. Like,
And
hold
the
up.
next decision. And it's hard. It's hard. Like
It's like you start
literally,
like we were saying, like losing yourself, but you feel like you maybe start forgetting about yourself, and that's the different. That's when you do have to like draw that line. Like you can't like
yes,
hold on. That's a difference than me going through a transition, a phase like the moon phases versus like
yes,
someone trying to push you into some like almost like even a season of your life you're not ready for. That's not the season you're really supposed to be. You're not even in yet. You know what I'm saying? Or you're
right,
not supposed to be living. Like which could lead us to experiencing certain like crash out moments where it's like we but I'm gonna let you talk. You know what I'm saying? We experience certain things and it be kind of like a like energy we get from not saying no or not going with what our visions are and sticking to like God's script or our script for us type shit. So
right.
I get that. It's like you had
Because
to draw
even
that line, yeah.
right, because even the people that love you the most or say they love you the most, the people that you surround yourself with will deter you from that, and some of them will actually make sure they
Yeah.
will deter you from that, and
Yep.
that ain't happening. When I seen that, I'm like, that ain't happening. You can't do that.
Right.
I'm
Period.
not with it, and it's not gonna happen. I'm not letting you do that. But it's not, and it's not like it wasn't. As soon as it happened, it's like, okay, no, I'm drawing a line. It was literally like a whole experience. I'm like, I don't like that. Why are you doing that? But I'm like, it's cool though.
Where you had to like be in the like you couldn't escape like the like if we talking like script, like you couldn't almost you feel like you couldn't like escape that scene, like spirit or God was like making you whatever you want to call it, was making you like deal with mic drop. Was making you
Right.
like deal with the fucking situation. And yeah, that's when you know too. Especially if those
Yes.
people had it sounds like they're people from your past, like some type of hold on you. It's like it's good that you broke free from that and realized what was going on.
Yes. It's
Mhm.
almost like describing a, I like this. I want to see if I can say it right. It's like almost describing being a dolphin, being a group, having a group of dolphins, and you're in the dolphin that's inside of poisoned water, but you don't want to
Mm,
be in that poisoned water no more. But the
mm.
dolphins around you are saying, this is how we're going to be okay. This is going to be okay. This is how we're going to grow up. And I'm just like, I don't want it no more. I don't want it no more.
You
So I
don't
had to,
want the what they say, don't drink the Kool-Aid.
I
I
don't
don't
want the
want the
Kool
drink.
Aid.
I don't want the Kool-Aid. No, I'll be like that too.
I
I'll be
don't
like
want
that
the
too.
Kool Aid. I don't want the Kool
So
Aid.
where are you from, like location wise?
I am from Atlanta. I'm from here.
Atlanta. So you, yeah, I get it. Yeah, Atlanta, you gonna have to, you gotta fight down here to make it. If you don't fight, that could be anywhere though. You like really have to fight for your sanity, for your, like you said, your morals, your values. Like certain spaces do be designed to like almost work against you, especially depending on what you look like
Right.
and your basically your demographic. Just your background in total could hold you back in certain ways or your location and stuff like that. So it's good to kind of like take time to also travel or get outside of like where you've been and meditate or something so that you can kind of like see where you're going. Like don't just stay in the same routine. Cause I be feeling like places like in Atlanta got like time warps on it. Like you feel like
Yeah.
shit don't change. Like it's certain areas where it don't change. You just stay like that. It's so weird.
Definitely. And that's the point in my life I'm really trying to get to now. I've gotten to the point where I've literally, and that's one thing I'm kind of even grateful for my journey too, because like I don't, my past is like, even growing up was kind of harsh, but I've also had that strength to always be rewiring myself to protect myself. But now I'm at a point to, okay, let me rewire myself so I can let myself have the experience, still have my morals, boundaries, respect, and all that good stuff, and still have the experience
Right. Don't
because it's
like
a part
shackle
of
yourself too in the
right,
same sense, like, oh, because this happened and I was going through this, I can't now move like this. And it's like that you moving like this was why you had those good experience. So now you just gotta know where to place the boundary, draw the line, be like, no, but I'm not gonna say yes to this because this is what led to X, Y, and Z. So learn how to like narrate
narrate and have
your
that
story
balance.
better. Have
Hmm.
that balance, yeah. Yeah. Like
And
knowing when
also, I just think that even when I'm around, uh, living situation and all that good stuff, I'm not going to really too much deep into that, but I just feel like I deserve so much more than that. So I'm really just going after
right.
that. Like I have days that I don't even be wanting to go to shows, and I'll literally change and get dressed the last 30 minutes before the show's actually starting because I'm like, I need to go. Sometimes I sit with myself a lot and I talk to myself and I make decisions. Like I let myself make
Yeah.
these decisions. If I feel that,
That's
and
that's
I
you
try to
talking to
listen to my
God, talk to yourself. Yeah.
yes, and I definitely try to listen to my body too. So like my body say go, even if I get that tiny little nudge to just go, I'm like, okay, I need to go. I need to get up and go. I need to
Right.
get up and go show up for this. Let me get up and go take that walk. Let me get up and go sit outside. Like
Like
def
move that energy. Like don't get stuck in the moment in what happened in certain experiences that you couldn't control. Because some shit just happened too on purpose, and that is a part of the script. So it's
right,
good. I have to do that a lot. Like I have to always like remind myself like where I've been, where I'm going, two totally different things. Like connect more with your future stuff, like, and that's why I love astrology and certain things because it can kind of help you realize like this too shall pass. This just is a fucking phase, a
right.
moment that you're going through, and it's up to you to like dictate that story you want to tell and how that's going to add to like a different part of the bigger picture that you're creating, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So that's cool. Anything you want to say just randomly? We just kind of vibing tonight.
Yeah.
It's a vibe
Also,
conversation.
I also want to say that how much I love expanding and pushing the boundaries on everything. So The type I love, like I've always
Such a
so
Sag, like
the
genuinely
first like
Sag energy. Good, just good shit. Just good shit. Yes.
so the first thing I ever fell in love with was VFX editing, film editing, stuff like that. And
Ooh.
I've gotten to a point I was like, this isn't what I want to do in my life, because I was always, and then I was around a lot of people who was like saying, "Oh, this should be the time you should need to know what you're doing around your life." So that was kind of pressuring and all around
Yeah,
my head.
peer
It's like,
peer
so
pressure.
I'm like, I'm doing edits, I'm making YouTube intros, editing people stuff, and I'm like, this ain't what I mean, I loved it, get you
It
that, but I'm
wasn't
like,
your calling though.
this isn't
Like
what
you
I
knew,
want.
like, oh shit, I gotta free myself from this is a shackle.
Yes,
This
I'm
is
like,
not
this
it.
isn't what I want to do. This is not what I want to do. And I struggled so hard to forcing myself to find what do I love doing, what draws me. I don't want to, I already had that mindset at a young age. I don't want to have a job that drains me. I don't want to have a job that every day I come home, I'm mad. Like, no, I want to do something that I can enjoy myself doing. And I found the love to the careers that I do now. I really found a love to, like, I'll do it and I'll literally let it soak in with me and find what gets my fireworks in my soul and my spirit and my body going to it.
Hmm.
So like even with so like acting, I'm able to show myself, my physicality, my voice, and I'm able to go into different characters, but I can express the anger that I had, like in a scenario of like, for example, I could have had the anger. I could be the person that's angry that I was yesterday, or I wanted to be yesterday, and stuff like that. I think that's fun, and
Hmm.
I also think it's very expressive, especially when telling stories. Doing music, I'm able to express my feelings through my voice, no matter like how I want it to sound and all that stuff. Modeling, I'm able to. I feel like that's more in my energy and aura and stuff like that. I'm able to show myself. I've never even imagined myself doing all these things. I'm able to show myself like how I want to express my clothing. How do I want to pose in my clothing to express how the clothes make me feel in my when I'm writing and as an author. That's just me really sitting in my mind. That's me expressing my mind, like letting me really sit and let my thoughts saturate on how I feel about certain things. Or because what I do in my author is really like, well, while I'm doing being an author, it's really like it's not about necessarily my feelings. It's more so like information. So I could say like how much I love the show. I can write about how much I love the show, how much I love this sport, about a sport, something
I
that
was
could change
actually finna
my life.
not to interrupt you,
You
but
okay?
you can add on or just to give it some direction more too on what you're saying. Do you feel like what do you feel like a lot of times your creations, like the things you're creating, like when you're having that moment on like the it's like the esoteric drawing board, like, oh, I'm about to do this, I'm about to create this project, I'm about to go for this opportunity or whatever. Like that's also how you could transmute a lot of things you've been through or like shift easier. Like that's your way of like almost pulling yourself into the next scene or chapter. It's like, oh, I'm about to create this because I do that a lot of times. Like when I want to like
Mhm.
get out of the space, I go create. Like that's my thing. Like I go create and then that shit make me think differently, move like everything just gets a little bit more clear. It's like, oh, this is what I'm really working with, you know?
Yes. And but not only that, that's good too. But not only that, I just feel like everything really just they had like I don't know. I have my own like person, like I have my own actual person connected to them in a way. Like I haven't even imagined
Who?
myself doing. Hmm?
You said they?
No, I said my person, like my actual person is connected to, like in my personality, the way I express, the way I think,
Your
the way I
person, like yours, like a person or like your
me,
okay,
my
okay.
personality and things like that, the way I express, the way I think. I just feel like I feel like
I
well,
like that. That was like a cool way to say like I'm referring to like the way I make personally experiencing this or this and this and that or whatever. Like
uh
that's
huh.
I like that. That was cool.
Thank you. And I think it's really cool because I'm not just doing it. I'm doing it because it literally lights my spirit up. It gives me fireworks in my soul, and I always look for that. I admire that feeling. It gives me fireworks in my soul. So when I'm writing, um, and then I also want to do a clothing brand, start doing content, and I have like so many other projects that I want to work on. And now it's just about not thinking on it,
Mm-hmm.
just going for it. And
Right.
some of the times we realize we don't realize that the stuff to already do it is already around us. So that would be kind of be messing up too. But
We be already doing it, and when we get stuck in the past or stuck in the moment or whatever kind of weird ass cycle and like forget almost
right,
like our lines, like oh shit, I'm supposed to be showing up and doing this. Like I said, I'm this person, and why am I reverting or having a moment or what the
right,
hell am I doing right now? Yeah. Hmm. You gotta
yes,
stay focused. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
definitely. Because I did not see the Arthur coming. I used to literally go at it with my AP. I was in AP literature, and I used to always tell my teacher, I said, I'm never writing what's it called, an essay. I said, I'm never writing an essay. I never wrote. I think I wrote one essay, but that's because she really wanted me to.
Why?
I said,
What was the
I'm not, and
dedication
it's not
behind
that
it?
I couldn't write. I'm just like, I'm not wasting
Oh
my time.
wow.
No essay. And I used to always tell her, we had the best bonds though, but I always tell her, I'm saying, I'm never writing an essay. Never writing an essay for you. I'm not doing it. I'm not wasting my time to write no essay. Now I'm
Hmm.
on to like, what? Like,
No, it'd be like that. Like, why am I resisting this part of me that honestly needs to come out so that a new fucking story can be told? Like, what the fuck?
then I'm
I do
asking
that shit
questions.
all the time. Like, that's like me with filmmaking. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, just sitting on opportunity, like ideas, and then finally I'm like, I want to do something new. Oh, I did go to film school. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Oh my god! And then I'm trying to do hip hop and these upbeat dances. Then
mhm.
it was other plans for me. Now I'm ballroom dancing. I'm an instructor and I'm a
That's
professional.
so fucking dope.
Like
Do you be doing it
I'm
with the
just like
kids?
I
Like
be
helping the kids?
it'd be more so it'd be really all walks of life. I done walked into all walks
Okay.
of life and I love that. And one thing I do love too is they always go into energy. Part of my training they talk about energy, like how people could come in mad and just how to show up as my best self to make sure they get all the benefits from dancing. Cause you get a lot of benefits from ballroom dancing. Like
Ooh, talk about that too. Like, the dances. Like, do you feel like when you're dancing with the person, like you can kind of tell what they're going through?
it's literally like storytelling too. It's literally like storytelling. That's why I love all the stuff I do because you can literally storytell and all of it. But like definitely, and the different, I guess, different dances kind of attach to me because one I feel like well,
Mm.
one thing I believe
Oh damn, it went out a little bit.
last all around.
Oh shoot,
That's when you move in all of your body parts and stuff like that.
it went out a little bit. It just said one thing. I just heard you say one thing I believe, and then it went out.
No. Okay. It did just go out a little bit, but I was like, dancing, I do believe dancing is very powerful because that's when you're moving all your body parts. That's when I feel like you're exerting a lot of energy because that's when your mind, you're not
Yeah,
thinking,
it's more.
your mind is free and you're just moving, having fun, good time. So I do
Hmm.
definitely believe that. And within the dancing, you have people who would just open up to you while they started dancing. I've heard some crazy stories of why people just started dancing. And I think it's beautiful to just be that person that they will want to dance with. They
Right.
get off get have a long stress day like how their usual routine is stressful and they can come and they can just forget about that dancing with me.
That's so dope. What about modeling? It's so dope. So we found out things about him, and y'all can check him out afterwards. But kind of like before we start to wrap this up, what about modeling and stuff like that? Because we heard kind of like the connection that you have that keeps you going and um keeps you going in your fire going with ballroom dancing and stuff like that. But like what about modeling? And we heard the music, like we get the music realm
Mhm.
and film realm, like how that
Yeah.
in the film wasn't given. That was like the old, then you shifted and then now you're doing ballroom dancing and stuff. But I want to know more about the modeling because I know you're um pushing that in your new page as well, so they can
Yeah.
follow that.
So within my modeling, I was always kind of like materialistic. I guess it's easy to become materialistic, especially when you're younger. Because
Hmm. Damn, it keep trying to go out. It
I
glitched
think
again.
that's something I really caught on as I was younger. When you just see people go out. Okay, and
Yeah,
I
it just
think okay.
yeah, it's good
So
now.
I said Okay. So I think being kind of materialistic was something I caught on at a younger age. Just I think social media plays a part of it. And just when people are
Hmm.
having on stuff, people are like, I want that too. So it's not even
Yep.
like it's just when you see stuff that look like that, it's like I want that. I want that whole time. You can't really have that. You're not in a place to have that, and you didn't really work for that. So when I did start fashion, I kind of was. It helped me break away from those bad, because those are bad
Mm.
habits. It helped me break away from those bad habits I had, because you can put on anything, and it also helped me explore myself when it came to clothes. I didn't really know how to dress. Like someone people was laughing at the shoes I have on. Like, and then I'm at the age now,
Right.
I'm like. I had a size fucking 16 shoe. Like, of course they was gonna be laughing at my feet. Like,
It's okay.
these kids, like we was kids, of course they gonna be laughing at my feet. But like just to have on anything and just express yourself in the stuff that you have, it helps you show up as you. It helps you show up present as you. Like anything you
Like
have
in
on,
that moment
like,
too.
right? You'd be like, this is who I am. You can wear who you are within your clothing.
Right. That's so dope. It's like the music, it's like the dancing. We see that connection, like helping you, helping people, like kind of like get on the same script with their spirit team
Mm.
and God and whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like get follow those steps, like get they 1 2 together. Then it's like
Yeah.
you're modeling, you're helping just by you showing up being yourself. It's like you probably naturally help other people see themselves, your family members, whoever's around you watching your journey. Be like, oh shit, like if he's showing up, then I can too. Like if that's who he really is, like, and they probably seeing you go through these transitions, go through moments where you was winning, moments where you was losing. We all have it, right? But to like see a person transform like that is pretty powerful as well. And what is something you would want to tell people who could be watching you, who could be going through things that you once through went through, but like now you're here in this moment.
I think it is important to go through these things. Don't never blame yourself for anything that you go through. You just need to have that awareness, which I believe everybody has a sense of self. I believe everybody has a sense of their self because everybody knows the type of person they want to show up as in a good way.
Wow.
So I think, did it go out?
Oh, say it one more time. Why they hating? What? Okay, yeah, I
What
forgot the question, but
happened?
I was saying something about just go back and say, yeah, like why? What do you think is something you would tell someone if they were like, or like even like the old you, like what would you tell them now to get
I
out of
would
like telling an audience, like what would you tell that person now? Because that's probably what someone would need to hear over, yeah, that.
I would say it's okay. Don't blame yourself for anything that you go through. Anything that you go through is meant for you to go through so you can get to the highest version of yourself. And it's part of healing. And to be the best version of yourself, to get the things that you truly desire out of life, you have to put in the work to heal. And it's hard. It's not a 1 day process. It takes months to just probably get rid of one bad habit. But putting in that work is important. So the stuff that you go through, don't blame yourself. Allow yourself to go through it. And I believe that everybody has that. Just even if it's not a lot of sense of self, because people do vary in like they crash out. Some people just crash out without thinking.
I
But
was
I
just
do
about to say,
believe,
like, we have to take accountability somewhere. Like,
right,
some things do be our fault. We have to take responsibility or be accountable. But some people are not like that. And some
right.
situations too can happen where you're right, it's not your fucking fault. Like, that shit just happened. It might not have been a crash out. It might have just been shit, just life be life and life happen. And sometimes we'll blame ourselves
No,
for
it went
certain
out a
things
little
that's
bit.
not our fault, like you said. Yeah.
It did go out a little bit.
Or I was saying sometimes we do. I said sometimes it seems certain things can seem like a crash out and it's not. And it's like life just was life and you were doing everything fucking right and then literally your world got turned upside down or your world just gets you get shifted in a different direction so you
Right.
could maybe step into a new character, a new version of yourself, like your person. So I get it, yeah.
And I do think another thing that kind of that does limit us and put us inside boxes is we have a once we have a vision, it's something that we tend to do as humans. We have once we have a vision of something and we're like, okay, we are going to go for this. We have a specific way we decide that that's going to happen, and that is never going to happen at all. It's never going to happen at all. So you have to be open. So not only forgiving yourself and your emotions, but be free to express yourself. Always express yourself. Just because somebody telling you shut up or just the way you feel ain't valid, that don't mean nothing. The way you felt was valid because you felt like that. Now, are you going to take the accountability as was that miscommunication? Did I misunderstand something in myself? And then
Right.
just continue on from
Go
there.
from there, right? You
Hmm.
gotta know how to like almost like readjust, like take like we said, take accountability, like check yourself so you don't wreck yourself, but at the same time, like just go with it. Like when God gives you whatever you've been given, I don't want to make it so churchy here, but it is Sunday.
No, it's not
When
churchy. It's that's the real though. So I don't think that's
that's
churchy.
just
I
spirit.
wouldn't want to make it. I don't want to make it churchy either. But
Nah, but like that's just the real.
but
So it's
like
just
that's
like
just the real. You have to
when you're
be
given whatever
open.
you're given, you gotta utilize it. You can't operate from like these old spaces of ways you thinking or showing up. You just gotta like
Right.
go with it. So and to it's like almost like you can't write a new story, but you're focused on the past one, like trying to edit and chop it. It's like you gotta let it just
Mhm.
be what the fuck it is. Don't blame yourself for what you didn't do, what you did do or what fucking he did, but
That-
maybe all that shit was meant to happen like that for this new version of yourself to like exist, to be born. So
Right.
that's pretty much all I got.
And
Okay.
I always like to tell
Yeah.
people, even when when they're expressing themselves, I always like to say that this is this is your story. Like
Right.
not to make it like you're the only one that's going through it. I believe we all go through the same thing in a different font. That's just point
Right.
blank, period. I feel like we literally all go through the same thing in different fonts. So sometimes some people emotions handle that worse than others, which is nothing wrong with that. We like to say, "Oh, you don't know what that feels like," or "You can't even imagine." And it's like somewhere, it probably even hasn't happened yet, but somewhere down the line, you're gonna come across many people who have went through the same thing in a different font.
Exactly. Who know how exactly how the fuck you feel. So it's
Yeah,
okay to help let those people help y'all move on, move forward with your life and be continue to be one of those people who move on and like almost like embrace your full story, your new story. Like don't be afraid to like tell a different story just because other people are kind of still stuck in theirs, you know,
right.
like
And that's
don't
something that
and that's one thing I like that you came on here and you were just kind of not even really going back to the past. You were just like, this is me right now. So that's that.
yeah,
So
that
I'm a
is
you got
that's
any
that's
last words? What you want to say? We're gonna wrap this up.
um I have big goals. I try to heal every day to reach these big goals because I know I'm going to get even way bigger because my imagination is huge. I'm trying to be a
Damn.
Did it go out? Did it go out?
It went out, but we heard your imagination is huge. That's what we heard, and I like that. That was on point.
Did it go out?
I heard the part where you said your imagination's on point.
Okay, but yes, my
I
imagination
mean,
and
it's big.
goals are huge and big. So I know I have to be open. I know for a fact that I have to be open to all these different types of routes and stuff that's given to me now. Not to say that when it is happen, I'm going to be open to it because I'm still human. I'm still going to look at certain stuff, be like, no, and I'm going to still make mistakes. But like, just to share a few of my goals, I do want to be on. I do want to be a Marvel superhero.
Manifest it. Just say
And
it, and then you manifest. You're manifesting your new script. Okay,
do want
and
to
then
be
we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it.
Marvel, and I want to do be creative director of Gucci.
Say it one more
That's
time. Say
just
it
a
one more
little.
time.
Marvel, a superhero in Marvel, Spider Man to be specific, and creative director of Gucci. That's just a few goals, just a few goals. But I do think that
You put it
this
out there in the universe.
right, but I do think that this new journey that I took of the dancing, I feel like that's really gonna make me stand out. So I've been
Yeah, I
open
see
to
the
it. It's a
dancing.
lot. It's a
It
lot,
was
but I.
taking over the whole convo. The dancing, low key. That's why I was like, I think you should. The spirit was like, yeah, go dance. Yeah, I kind of want to dance now. Like, and yeah, but I don't mean to rush you, but I do gotta go. I got stuff I gotta do.
Oh,
So
okay. Thank you so much for having me. Thank y'all. Thank everybody who tuned in, everybody who's going to tune in.
yeah, and I appreciate you for just joining me. Sorry, my cat, she's acting a little crazy. I know
Uh,
you guys probably heard her in the background talking shit, but she want all the attention on her. She like, what are you doing? You know, but nah, I'm grateful for you being here. And is there any like announcements or things you want to just tell them like you about to be doing or you about to be involved in before we let us go? And also, what is your social media so they know where to follow you?
My social media is, well, I have two. My professional is DJAHLIL Donald, DJ Lil Donald, and my second Instagram is where I post all my State Fun stuff is Javinci, JAHVENCI. And I do have a few ballroom dance performances coming up. Dance Fantasy, and what about we're in May, the beginning of May, Dance Fantasy in May. I do have a movie coming up, and I also have a runway show coming up. So stay tuned for
Hey,
those.
you got it going on. So shout out to you. Keep doing your damn thing and keep
Yes,
showing
you
people how
too.
to be present, like you've been doing. Like be present, be who you are today, write a new script today, do it makes your heart sing and go towards that and that'll create a whole new reality around it. And I
Yes.
appreciate you and I hope you have a great night.
Yes. Thank you for having me. Have a blessed one.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace.